Okay, the Lowe-Down. I found a transmission on Wolf's terminal that warned him about two officers investigating the case of Calvin Van Lowe. They were last reported on the east side of Lewisburg. I should head there and see what I can find. Find the patrol car. So we're back here in Lewisburg. Appears to be another player here. Don't know why. But potentially, is it going to be a disruptive? Possibly. Let's just hop out. Okay, let's get headed to the east side. Just over here. We just gotta find a police car. Oh, there's one. Completed. Find the patrol car. Oh. Klein's Notes Part 1. Oh, it's a holotape.
Lewisburg, a small town of big dreams. But just underneath that shining veneer lies an undercurrent of mystery and mischief. Take one Calvin Van Lowe as an example. Just your average guy who...
What the hell, Klein? Are you recording again?
That a problem for you, Sidney? My novel needs this kind of professional realism.
Uh-huh. And you think it's within the realm of professional realism to just yammer on instead of actually doing your job? Can we just head over to the Van Lowe place now? We need to interview the sister about his last known whereabouts.
Family. The bonds that tie us, the roots that hold us, but also the key ingredient in fratricide.
Knock it off. Let's get the... Hey, check out that guy in the fancy suit. You ever see him around here before?
Nope. Looks like he's snooping around now. Isn't that the Garber's summer home? The one with the flamingo out front. They left town weeks ago.
Hey, we should check this out. Let's go.
Okay, two officers, Klein and Sidney, noticed someone over by a house with a flamingo. I doubt it's going to add any update, but let's go ahead and give it a quick check. Oh, it does. The police officers that were looking into Calvin Van Lowe's disappearance left a recording behind. They ended up tailing a suspicious stranger in a fancy suit. They intended to follow him to a house with a flamingo out front. I should try and pick up their trail. Again, I never found a police station here in Lewisburg. But there's a patrol car here. And this must be the place. As there's a flamingo right here. Again, the bug with the random mole rat meat spawning all over the place. I guess we'll go around the back. Oh. Well, safe to say this one's probably Sidney because he's actually dressed as a police officer, and this must be Klein. All right. Klein's Notes, Part 2. Examine the scene. Oh, wrong button. I found the police officers. They were killed while following the man in the fancy suit. I should investigate the scene to see if I can find out more about this well-dressed stranger. Examine the scene. Optional. Listen to Klein's second recording.
All right, stay close. Let's creep up to the corner here.
A fancy suit, dark glasses, and a motive for murder.
You cannot seriously be recording still.
Does it matter? Look, he's just making repairs on that grill.
Okay, well, inside, Wolf check-in, number 64, read. Black Sheep has failed to report in. This was his final warning. Bo Peep is dead, possibly related to Black Sheep. I'll be conducting a removal today. Attention, operatives reporting in, an ID card and further instructions will be required. Bo Peep had a small monitoring station to keep tabs on Black Sheep. You should be able to find what you need there. P.S. Apologies, but I'll be requiring a cleanup at this site as well. Oh, and I have to take it. Okay. It seems the two police officers were killed by Wolf, some kind of agent with a connection to Calvin Van Lowe. He left instructions for anyone that's following him. Obtain a key card and further instructions from Bo Peep's lookout station. I should head there to learn. And then it cuts off. There's nothing else. Find the ID card and further instructions. Oh, it's here in town. I was like, wait, it told us nothing about... But oh, we remember. Bo Peep said she thought it would be quiet. It's at Van Lowe Taxidermy. Oh, it's not at Van Lowe Taxidermy. Oh, it's upstairs. Another person in town? No. So if the noise was being made over here, why would they care? More binoculars. A pocket watch so she can keep tabs. Oh, death from above again. We'll just go ahead and mute that. Further instructions, spare operative key card. I did read it, right? Yeah. So let's grab the key card. Robco Research Center. Nothing else on it. Further instructions. It's laundry day. Wash and dry your unmentionables. And don't forget to mark your calendar, Van Lowe basement. Bo Peep's instructions indicate I should head to the basement of Van Lowe Taxidermy. I don't know what awaits me there, but the note left some cryptic clues. Laundry day, washing and drying unmentionables, and marking the date on a calendar. Okay. So this does mean, though, that the rat will respawn. Aliens. Okay, we already read this note. So dryer? Oh, wait, what was it? Do nothing. It was high heat, right? Reminder, low heat. Low heat? Is it delicates? Is that unmentionables would be delicates? And then press the laundry button. Oh! It's another rad rat. Oh, someone ripped the, Oh, that's Rad Roach is dead too. Someone ripped the healing kit. Okay. That is quite a trail of blood. I found a secret door in the basement of Van Lowe Taxidermy. They didn't capitalize the T. It led me to a secret robotics lab that appears to have been used by Calvin Van Lowe. There's signs of a struggle here. I should investigate further to if I can discover the fate of Calvin. Search the secret room for clues. Find all secrets in the lab. There are 3 of them. What happened here? Took those fuses. They looked really big in there, but they're very tiny. I don't get that. There's another dead rad roach. Some not Protectron. What do you call those? Assaultron legs. Assembly platform. I don't know what was completed, but I completed something. Find the password to the assembly terminal. There's so much blood in here. A bunch of dead animals. And another Assaultron. Well, there's the password. There's clue number 2. What is... Wait, what is this? And of course, I can't read it. Assaultron. Gibberish, large something. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know what any of this says. Large horns. May or may not be fully rigid. Okay. Man, I wish they didn't degrade the quality over time on consoles, because I don't know what that says. But okay. Property deed. Lewisburg, Van Lowe Taxidermy. This document hereby transfers ownership of the property and business for Van Lowe Taxidermy, located in Lewisburg, the property, from the owners at the time of signing Shelby Van Lowe and or Calvin Van Lowe, the signing owner, to the Bish Company, Bish Co. Oh, so Calvin sold his parents' company to Bish. Cryptid Hunter Monthly, August 2077. We're proud to present a very special edition of our monthly newsletter, an interview with Garrison Guy Fogarty, renowned author and field research specialist for all things cryptids. Mr. Fogarty was able to sit down with me earlier this week to discuss his latest work, and from that came a compelling question that could shake the foundation of cryptid research. Do cryptids reproduce? Could it be that a singular entity is capable of surviving decades, centuries, or are these creatures no different from less extraordinary specimen? This question has been of specific interest to Mr. Fogarty ever since his early work involving the elusive Mothman. He went on, if the creatures reproduce, they must then mate, no? And with mating comes rituals. I've already figured out what happened. He is making a Protectron love bot. I pressed him to explain how this could affect the ways we hunters approach our work. It changes everything, Miss Park. Just think. Sporadic but clustered sightings, their confused behavior, their tendency to return to specific locations, almost like a spawning grounds. Guy's passion and enthusiasm was contagious, but I asked if he could summarize the hypothesis. What if human contact with cryptids coincided with their mating seasons? Perhaps we could use this knowledge as a method for predicting their movements. Fascinating. I then asked if he had any suggestion for steps we could take to utilize this knowledge. Emulation, he replied with an odd smirk that Guy Fogarty fans know all too well. Perhaps, if we learn their rituals, their desires, we could lure them out. We could emulate those behaviors to create the proper stimuli. So I asked, is he suggesting we try and woo cryptids? I'm simply raising the question of emulation. I shudder to think what type of emulation it may be, but I do urge you, dear readers, to consider the possibilities. Garrison Fogarty's new book, Cryptic Cryptids, The Puzzle of Procreation, will be out in early 2078. Julia H. Park, and it was never released. But, this does make me think of Orwell Farms, and they have all this stuff out here, and they're complaining about the moths. They could have, it's a missed opportunity, just throwing it in the middle of this video. Missed opportunity for some Mothman. A little Mothman event involving those fields. Let's go ahead and grab the assembly password. We need one more clue, and I'm guessing it's on the terminal, because there's nothing else I can see here. Okay. Assembly password. There's blood all over the terminal screen, and yet I could still read through the blood. That doesn't make sense, but it's fine. Initialize platform, status reports, behavioral programming sessions, and about. Let's read the about. Made in the US, version 8.31.84. See manual. Okay, so that's not important. Initialize platform? Error, unable to reach platform. Okay. Status reports? It didn't go through, but it went through this time. Check-in failure 2 of 2, awaiting the arrival of your assigned fixer. Await the arrival of your assigned fixer. Okay, check-in 1. Bo Peep. Based on the topographical survey, it would appear the primary areas of interest are concentrated on the western side of town. I'll focus my efforts there first. I hope the construction is as fast and discreet as you claim. My sister will be returning Sunday evening. Best, Black Sheep. P.S. Please send along the paperwork for the store. If we want to avoid suspicion, the sale will need to be finalized before the market value drops in Lewisburg. After all, I have high hopes for how effective our sightings will be. Check-in number 2. The Assaultron unit provided for Mary's little lamb is less than adequate. I'm unable to keep it running, let alone program a custom routine of any valuable effect. Can you imagine if it broke down mid-route? I've sent HQ some specifications. I hope they can deliver. Best, Black Sheep. Check-in number 3. The new model is fantastic. Should I even ask how we acquired it? The stealth capabilities are beyond anything I've read about or studied. Just perfect. Thank you for coming through. The sightings I've staged so far have not stirred up enough public attention yet. However, I'll need to be a little more aggressive with further attempts. Best, Black Sheep. Check-in number 4, failure 1 of 2. Opera Black Sheep, failure 1 of 2. This is your first and final warning. Check-in number 5. I understand the frustration from HQ. I am well aware of the costs, the risks. I am also aware of what happens if the big bad wolf comes knocking. I do not appreciate the threats, and they will not accelerate this process. The previous sightings simply lacked authenticity. I have a plan, but I need your patience. Black Sheep. Check-in number 6, failure 2 of 2. Operative Black Sheep, failure 2 of 2. Request for fixer has been filed. Your assigned fixer, Big Bad Wolf. Operatives are requested to remain in place until assigned fixer has arrived. Locked. This check-in cannot be reviewed until the last behavioral programming session has been reviewed. Review session logs. Session 1, Assaultron. Those numbers. Session operator, Calvin Van Lowe, model, Assaultron, serial number that, completed, session log retrieved. Session 2, Assaultron, same stuff. Oh, that's the same, it was retrieved. Session 3, Assaultron, all good. But it's a different Assaultron, so Session 4, with exclamation points, logs are available. It's incomplete, retrieve the session log. And it automatically boots me out. Oh, listen to behavioral programming. Okay, before we do that... Oh, that's the same thing. So I guess let's go ahead and listen to... I found a log left behind during Calvin's behavioral reprogramming sessions. I should listen to it to find out what happened. And it's a holotape. Let's go ahead and listen.
Right. Let's see here. The script begins on page 25, so... 3, 4... Ah, here we are. Now beginning behavioral reprogramming on model number RX00 and so on. I, Calvin Van Lowe, hereby agree. Accountability, death and or dismemberment. Blah blah blah. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay. Listen here, Mrs. Saltron. I'm going to be augmenting your behavioral subroutines.
Acknowledged.
Okay then. I'll just insert the data here. Did that work?
Received. Custom behavior parameters. Shape swatch.
Excellent. Now, this next part might seem a little odd, and to anyone listening, I assure you, this is necessary.
Received. Custom behavior parameters. Shape swatch. Mating rituals. Error. Request conflicts with guidelines. Report filed.
Wait, what? Wait, no, it's nothing like that. It's nature. It's just for the... Wait! Execute administrative override.
Received. Request for overwrite. Confirmation needed.
I confirm.
Confirmed. Primary behavior will be overwritten with submitted routine. Shape swatch. Rebooting.
Wait! No! Don't overwrite! I said override! It should only augment the... Wait! What do you... Wait! No! 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 Ow! Ow! No!
Bad.
By the sound of it, he succeeded in creating a sheep squatch love bot. And it mated with him? There's no body. Maybe he's alive, or maybe it dragged him off somewhere to reproduce. Search the terminal to find out where Wolf went. So that's under here, right? Emergency check-in. HQ, this is Wolf. Mary's little lamb is AWOL. Black sheep is MIA. Evidence suggests KIA. Requesting backup operatives. Meet at Garahan Estate. Coordinates attached. Wolf out. Download the coordinates. And that ends the Lowe-Down. It starts the quest. Wolf in sheep's clothing.